Hey guys, thanks for joining me, and I hope you're having a good day, good Monday. We are nearly snowed in again, which is okay with me actually. I like the snow. And my house is a disaster. So when I'm done working, I'll be cleaning and doing laundry and all the things. Don't you just love Mondays? Anyway, today I wanted to chat about outsourcing. Obviously, I love outsourcing because I'm an outsourced company and people outsource to us and I outsource to other people all day in and out. So specifically what I want to talk about though is creating content, outsourcing your content creation. But really these 5 questions can go for any of those things. For most, if not all entrepreneurs, we're used to handling our own content, doing all the creation ourselves, being responsible for the lives, the social media, sending your newsletter, all of those things. It could be because your business is new. It could be that you didn't know content creation is actually something that you can outsource, or that that's a thing, or that those are words that a lot of people use. Maybe you're still getting established online, or you're just not creating consistently. Whatever your situation is in regards to content creation, figure it out, basically. But I have a couple of questions that you should ask before you outsource, things that you should consider before you're outsourcing to anyone. They're things that we ask our clients every single day, or potential clients, to make sure that they're ready to outsource and that we're prepared so that we can do the best job for them. So either way, whatever your situation is relating to content, you need to step up your content game in 2019. It's not going away. I know you've heard that from a million other marketing vlogs, but it's just a fact of the matter that creating content and getting it out in the world is crucial for business owners these days. People want to hear your voice. They want to see you online, but it takes time to do that, right? And time is money, and then you have laundry, and then you have kids and all the other things. So adding one more task really isn't an option, right? Are you relating to that at all? Give me some hearts and some love if you are, because that is totally where I'm hanging out today. I am Christy of Simply Online, and we help entrepreneurs become visible online by repurposing their content using blogs, social media, and email marketing. But like I mentioned before, I've been there. I know all those scary feelings. I know it can be hard to let go of your baby, aka the company that you have built from the ground up, and ask for help. So it's easier, or you probably think it's easier for me to do the task than to tell someone else how to do it, right? I've done that too, where I think, okay, I could do this in 5 minutes, but for me to explain it to somebody and then them do it, it would probably take 20. So I'll just do it. But then by the end of the day, you've got 15 things that were supposed to take 5 minutes, and now that's taking a whole bunch of your time, which I can't do that much math on the spot. So you get it, it takes a lot of time. The other thing that you're worried about is, will they honor the brand that you've built? It's your face, it's your company, right? Will they do things the way you want them done? Will they talk to customers the way you want them to? The other thing people consider is, am I really big enough and ready to hire? The answer is probably yes. You just need to start small and figure out what you need to ask first. So these are all important questions, obviously. I truly believe that one of the smartest things you can do as an entrepreneur is outsource the tasks that you hate to do. You have to be ready to outsource. I mean, if you're a brand new company and you just start outsourcing right away, that could cause some financial trouble. But that's why you should ask the questions and know that you're ready. I'll get into that in a minute. For me, I absolutely love when people get to this stage in their business, when they're trying to figure out, am I ready? Am I not? Should I do it? Should I make the plunge? What's the ROI going to be? Because I think it's so fun to see our clients and my business friends expand their businesses. So one of the ways we start to know if you're ready to outsource is make a list of things that you hate. Well, make a list of things that you do every single day. Like, keep track of it for 3 or 4 days, which I know seems like a lot and tedious, but keep track of it. This is what we did when I owned a virtual assistant agency for all of our clients. You'll go back and then assess at the end of those few days and say, what are the things that you hate to do? What are the things that are getting rolled over from day to day? Those are the tasks that you can outsource. Those are the things that you really should be looking at and seeing who can help with you. Because if you hate to do something, people can feel it. People energetically can get that from you. So, okay, are you ready for the 5 things? I keep talking about them, but are you ready for the 5 things? Okay, number 1, do you know what types of content you want to outsource? This is super, super important. There's so many types of content. You could probably outsource all of them, but I really wouldn't recommend it, especially when you're an entrepreneur or a really small business. The important thing is that your audience wants to connect with you in some way, and that's really hard to do if somebody else is always producing your content. So our suggestion to our clients is that they focus on the video, because you can understand someone, you can get their quirks and how they talk and their personality and their brand through a video more than you can do in any other form. So, and then we recommend that they outsource the rest. So here's a couple things that you could consider delegating or outsourcing. Blog posts, posting to your social media channels, sharing to YouTube, updating your free content or your downloadables, sending a newsletter. All of those things can be outsourced. And there's probably about 82 other things that I could add to the list, but you get the idea. Think about which pieces of that you actually enjoy doing. So go back and look at the list that you created earlier for keeping track of your tasks a couple of days, and that can still give you a personal touch with your clients and your community. And then look at outsourcing the rest, because it really, you may have a little bit of a transition period, but it's definitely something that can be managed. Okay, second question. Do you have the systems and processes in place to support outsourcing? I ask this because if you don't, it's okay, but you need to make sure that you're working with a team that can help you get there. That's either asking the right questions, walking you through the process, documenting those processes, basically making sure that you're on the same page and that they understand your expectations. Even better than that though, plan ahead to get yourself organized before you hire. Document all the steps that you currently are taking for content creation and what you would like to happen, and then work with your freelancer to edit those or improve those, and just make the process smooth. I personally document everything in Asana, but my belief is whatever way you will get it done, that's what you should use. Even if it's just typing bullet points into a Word document. I've done that too. Out of your brain and on paper is the most important thing there. Okay, number 3, is your brand clear, concise, and cohesive? Can you easily communicate it to others? Can you easily tell people who your ideal client is? Can you easily tell them your mission and your values? Can you tell your team how to communicate? Do you like email, text, phone call, Slack? Like, what works better for you there? What verbiage and vernacular do you like to use? Are there certain industry words that you prefer that they use? What picture encompasses the feelings that you are trying to create about your business? If your team does not understand your vision and your goals and what you're working for, it's really hard to communicate that through the rest of your content. So being open and sharing those types of things with your team. And the last one is probably the most important of all. Who is your ideal client? The person you are outsourcing to must understand who that content needs to be directed at. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting your money. If you need help identifying any of those answers, our very favorite branding expert is Amber Griffiths from Your Brand by Design, and I will link to her when I'm done with this video, but she's who we trust with all of our branding expertise. After I worked with her and figured out my ideal client and my message and the answer to all those questions that I just asked, my business tripled in a year. So she's phenomenal. She knows what she's doing, and just call her. And that's my plug for Amber. Okay, number 4, do you know your budget? Freelancer fees can widely vary. Are you hiring from Upwork or what's the other one, Fiverr? Or are you paying for an agency like mine to do it? You're going to get what you pay for in most instances. So just be aware of that and know what you're looking for and be specific. If you hire someone on a cheaper scale and most likely inexperienced, you're going to spend more time training, answering questions, going back and forth. but again, they're cheaper. So if you're on a really tight budget, that may be the right choice for you. If you hire somebody that's experienced and most likely more costly, things will probably get done faster and better meet your expectations because they've been doing it for a while. They know what questions to ask. They probably know more about your industry. They do this for other clients, and so they're very comfortable with the process. So just make sure you know what your budget is. You'll probably get asked on the phone anyway. So, and the good thing is most freelancers and most agencies are okay starting out small and then growing with you as your needs grow. So that's good news too. Okay, number 5. Does your freelancer understand your industry, or are they willing to learn it? This is huge, especially important if you're having a copywriter blog for you. It's important that whoever is writing for you, whether it's blogs, newsletters, social media, that they understand your industry and the experience that you want to create for your ideal client. This really goes back to the branding that I was just talking about, which I guess is why I'm mentioning it twice, is because it's so, so important to have all those pieces lined up before you can communicate to anybody else. So when you answer yes to most of these questions, you're probably ready to start hiring someone to help with either administrative tasks or your content creation. If you're not ready, that's okay. You now know what you need to work towards to start getting ready to outsource. So just to recap, the 5 questions. Do you know what type of content you want to outsource? Do you have systems and processes in place? Is your brand clear, concise, and cohesive? Do you know who your ideal client is? Do you have your budget figured out? And then does the freelancer you want to work with know your industry, or are they willing to learn? I add willing to learn because if they're willing to learn, you're good. So I'm Christy Hansvik of Simply Online, and we help entrepreneurs become more visible online by repurposing their content using blogs, social media, and email marketing. I am here live on Facebook every Monday afternoon, and I also send out a weekly email with my favorite tips, tricks, hacks, excitement from around the web. That goes out every week. So if you're interested in that email, just comment email below this video, and I will make sure to send you our latest edition. It goes out on Tuesdays, so I can send you last week's. And happy content creating. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Bye.